what you fail to comprehend is that if you are only invested in drama, if your only output is like how much this content creator sucks, and you don't actually establish a well-defined worldview and cultivate a community that's coming back for something beyond just you shitting on someone that maybe they don't like, okay, that well is inevitably going to dry out. Or even if it doesn't dry out, that is going to be unimaginably toxic for you. What is this? Enjoy some hater tears. It's very funny to see a Destiny orbiter crying about someone defaming them. Wait, what? Failed musician, genocide denier, Lonerbox admits his audience with small children. A short-lived political commentary career was ended by Hasan taking a small detail one day to spotlight this pathetic, poorly researched videos. Wait, what? What did I do? Wait, he quit? I did that? When did I do that? Dude, I spent the better part of wait, what? Bro, I've talked about Lonerbox literally its collective total on this broadcast of maybe like 35 minutes max. In that process, the first, I would say, 30 minutes of me ever talking about Lonerbox on this broadcast is overwhelmingly positive, as my audience yelled at me and told me that he actually engaged in a lot of, like, you know, Israel apologia. And I was like, I don't understand. He introduced me in his videos with like with the likes of you know, Beast Process, and like I think he had a very charitable opinion. I think he had a pretty decent understanding of what was going on in terms of like Israeli history and Israeli apartheid, including but not limited to calling what Israel was doing in apartheid and all this stuff. And everyone yelled at me and they were like, no, he's a phalangist or whatever. And I was like, I don't know about any of that stuff. It just seems like he's a reasonable guy. Okay. And lo and behold, a year later, you know, I have a very different assessment, because I saw enough of his commentary that led me to believe that maybe he was doing a little bit of a liberal Zionist perspective, where he was just like constantly handing it to Israel. You know what I mean? And the truth is, his girlfriend cheated on him due to Destiny leaking his revenge porn, I assume because he didn't defend genocide hard enough. I don't want to know any of this stuff, and I don't think that I am responsible for him quitting. I don't know why he thinks I did that. Also, I don't know why so many in my community knows all this stuff, but it is kind of funny that this guy has... I'll just say it like this. I'll just say this much, okay? I was charitable to Lonerbox because I thought that he was, you know, I thought that he had a decent understanding of what was going on. I was charitable to him because I thought that he had a decent understanding of what was happening, and I thought he was pro-Palestinian, okay? That's number one. For the longest time, in spite of the reality that he had done numerous Hasan actually is pro-Russia videos on me prior to that moment. And the reason why I approached him in that regard was specifically because despite his interest of becoming like a Destiny orbiter, a Bonarelli orbiter, okay, I still thought that he was, you know, on this issue, a reasonable person. So I don't know how, like, this man has made probably what, 40 videos on me, and he thinks that I ended his career. Maybe he should have just stopped making YouTube videos on me, constantly lying or constantly stretching with clips out of context, like what I was trying to say on a nuanced conversation that probably led his own audience into thinking like, all right, man, like I don't really care about the 11th time that Hasan has slipped up again and shown his anti-Semitic radical pro-terrorism ways. You know, I don't get it. I actually don't get it. These are, I mean, it's like I've rarely ever talked about Lonerbox. Yeah, it's like shadow boxing. What is this? He has no idea why you spoke out against his defense of Israeli war crimes. Yeah, I don't really care. I don't even want to talk about this. I hope he's doing all right. I don't want anyone to feel depressed or quit streaming. You know what I mean? My suggestion is always going to be the same, which is don't focus too much on drama-laden content. Okay. And this is a universal take. This is my genuine perspective. Okay. Which is ironic because people are going to say, Hasan, you're covering drama right now. And I'm trying to cover it from a healthy approach as we are about to literally go and do some fundraising for wildfire relief. I want to leave it on this note. Okay. And I've said this for years to a lot of content creators who make a living off of just like drama related stuff. It gives you an initial boost, especially if you attach yourself to a larger content creator by constantly going, this guy sucks, come watch me instead. But what you fail to comprehend is that if you are only invested in drama, if your only output is like how much this content creator sucks, and you don't actually establish a well-defined worldview and cultivate a community that's coming back for something beyond just you shitting on someone that maybe they don't like, okay, that well is inevitably going to dry out. Or even if it doesn't dry out, that is going to be unimaginably toxic for you, okay? It's going to be toxic. There are some people who are capable of continuing that toxicity because, you know, they're just truly awful and don't mind people thinking that they're truly awful people, right? Keemstar is a great example of this. Like, he is like a parasitic force that you just can't get rid of no matter what. And that's partially because he doesn't mind. He doesn't mind, you know, rolling around in the dirt and in the mud. But if you otherwise are like, if you otherwise want to build an audience for yourself, if you want to build a community for yourself, and you want to have a sustainable output, and you do have like a well-defined, well-established worldview, and you want to educate people on that worldview, and you want people to come on board, then you can't constantly churn this out. You can't constantly churn out this kind of negative content, because ultimately people are coming in just to see that negativity, and they're inevitably going to get bored. Okay. All right. March. We ready to go? Is it live? Okay. Less drama, more fixing that jump shot? Yes. Why are you telling us this? I mean, it's just like a broader point that it's a broader point that I feel the need to address every now and then. All right, we're gonna I didn't know that was the situation for Lonerbox. I mean, we are gonna go now to the place where they're doing the fundraiser, the wildfire fundraisers, wildfire relief fundraisers. Let me just put the address down. I'm gonna swap over. You are endlessly charitable. I'll be the bad guy who laughs at people who hate us quitting. Yeah, I mean, I'm always gonna maintain that same position that I have maintained, you know?